McMillen Yachts was founded in 1992, and shortly after that, around 1995, we pioneered the concept of fractional yacht ownership. It allowed us to go out and sort of cherry pick the finest yachts that were still in existence and put those boats together with a group of partners that were all very enthusiastic about rescuing and preservation of these magnificent yachts. These people obviously have the means to do it, but not necessarily the time that it takes to oversee a restoration, and then after that's done, to manage it ongoing, hiring crew and scheduling and maintenance and everything else that goes along with owning a yacht. There's a significant amount of more effort that goes into maintaining a classic yacht. It really makes a lot of sense when you think about it. The reality is most people don't have all of the spare time to go cruising as much as they'd like to. And when you factor in the expense of the boat sitting at the dock and all of the management that goes into operating the boat and the reality of how much time you might expect to use on board, through the fractional program, you can sort of buy as much of an interest as you feel like you might be able to use in any given year. So it has a lot of flexibility, and it just makes the prospect of yacht ownership a lot more enjoyable, affordable, and through our program gives you the opportunity to be on board a classic yacht, which is obviously a rare privilege. We are standing here on board Freedom, which is a 1926 Mathis Trumpy. She is one of a small number of these large pre-war Mathis Trumpies still in existence. She was built for a fellow out of Boston originally in 1926, and the reason for the name was the fact that she was built on the 150th anniversary of our country's independence. The original owner chose the name Freedom. She's had a number of owners over the years. Probably the most illustrious was her second owner, which was a Mrs. J.P. Donahue. Mrs. Donahue was the daughter of F.W. Woolworth, and at the time that she owned the boat, she was, I believe, the wealthiest woman in the country. The stories that go along with a lot of these wonderful old classic yachts, they start off with a glamorous origin, and over the years, as they change hands and the boat was not necessarily well taken care of, as this one was not, they sort of find themselves doing things that they probably weren't originally intended to do. This boat in particular, in the late 1970s, made two missions to Cuba for the Mariel boat lift, and my understanding is that she brought back 300 Cubans on each run to Cuba. Have we laid any of it out to sort of see what a section of the covering board is going to look like up there? Oh, it looks terrific. We've been working on the project basically since late 2004, and we hope to or plan to finish the boat up this coming winter of 2008. We've had no less than a dozen shipwrights working on it at any time, usually closer to 20 shipwrights and helpers on the project since we got started nearly 4 years ago. You can see they're laying the teak decks now. Originally, you would lay a teak deck right over the deck beams, but what we've done is we have a plywood subdeck with a layer of glass on top of that, and then we are gluing the teak deck to the subdeck so that there will be no water penetration at all, no way that fresh water could ever get in and create problems, because on a wooden boat it's actually fresh water that rots wood, it's not salt water, so it should last many years and give many years of service. This is just going to sort of, I mean, we could cut a lot of that and do some of the rough fairing and shaping of this thing. It's been very rewarding for us. We've, over the years, have built what I feel is probably the finest collection of large classic wooden yachts, American yachts, in the world, perhaps. We own 3 Trumpies, beginning with Glory at 68 feet, built 1955. She was John Trumpy's personal boat. Then we have Enticer at 85 feet, built 1935 for the Cudahy family of Chicago. And then when Freedom comes online here next year, she will be the queen of our fleet at 104 feet, built 1926. She'll have a crew of 4 and a stateroom configuration that can carry either 8 to 10 overnight guests. It's having a fully staffed vacation home that is not in any one place. You could be in Nantucket if you choose in the summer months, or anywhere along the Georgia, South Carolina coast in the spring and fall, or winter in Florida. So it's a moving second home, if you will, that is there with a friendly crew to cater your every need. Nantucket, with her whaling history and everything, it just almost feels natural pulling into Nantucket Harbor on board a classic wooden yacht. It's quite a great feeling.